Hi, this is Seema, and I am back with a new lesson on expressions using the word book. Well, we all know what a book is. Well, a book is, a bunch of pages bundled together. But when you are talking about or using expressions using the word book, the meaning takes on a whole different level. Okay, so let's look at a few expressions or words with the word book. The first one is to try every trick in the book. Well, what is it to try every trick in the book? When I use this expression, I am saying that I have tried every possible way of achieving something. So let's say you have tried to set up a business, okay, and your business is not doing very well. It's kind of, giving you a little bit of profits, but you want to make it work very bad. You want to be a very successful businessman or a businesswoman. So you will try every trick in the book to accomplish the task of making your business work very well. In other words, you will try every possible way or the best way possible of achieving something. In your case, achieving success in your business. And the next expression talks about being an open book. Now, an open book is an expression when you are talking about a person, and we are talking about a person who is honest and someone who doesn't hide their feelings or emotions. So, there are some people, you can always tell what they're thinking by just looking at their face, because they don't really hide anything. They don't really hide what they're feeling, what their emotions are all about. So those people are an open book. So I can say something like, Julia is an open book. You just know everything about her. So Julia is probably an honest person, and she's definitely a person who is not very good at hiding her feelings or her emotions. And then we have the other expression, which is wrote the book, or to write a book in the present tense. What is it when we say someone wrote the book? I am basically saying that someone has a very detailed or a complete knowledge about a particular topic. So, for example, someone wants to get into a career in medicine, okay, and this other person, say Mr. Smith, who is, been in the medicine career for say 10 years. So you will tell your friend, if you want to get advice on medicine, go and speak to Mr. Smith. He practically wrote the book on medicine. Now, this person has not actually written the book, but writing the book clearly means that he has complete or detailed information or knowledge about that particular field, that particular topic. And our next expression is borrow a page of someone's book. Okay, so I have a book and I just take out a page of it. Is that what it means? No. Okay, when you have a book and someone borrows a page out of that book, it basically means that you imitate someone because he is successful. So, this person, your classmate who always tops the class, and you wonder why. I'll tell you why. He tops the class because he always gets up on time. He studies 2 hours. He does his homework. He does whatever has to be done to get the best marks in class, and that is why he is very successful. Now, you will want to imitate him because he is successful. So in other words, you can say, I want to borrow a page out of Mr. Smith's book because he is very successful. So when you are imitating someone because you see that they are successful and you want to be successful too, you are borrowing a page of their book. Okay, and the next expression is a bookworm. Okay, well, I am a bookworm, and a bookworm is nothing but describing a person who loves to read. So people like me, bookworms, we read almost 10 books maybe in a span of 2 weeks, or maybe just 3 weeks. So someone who is really into reading as a hobby really is a bookworm, someone who loves to read. And then we have one for the record books. Okay, what is it when I say one for the record books? Now, when I'm creating a record, or achieving something remarkable, that's what one for the record books means. So how do you use this expression? Okay, so suppose my brother, who eats a lot, he ate like, say, 10 burgers in a day. Now that's a remarkable achievement because I don't know anyone who eats 10 hamburgers in a day. So I can say that John has done something that is one for the record books. He ate 10 hamburgers in a day. Quite a remarkable achievement, isn't it? So depending on what you have achieved, which is something set to create a record, you will call that as being one for the record books. Let's look at some more expressions with the very common word called book. Well, the next one is hit the books. Well, what is it like to hit the books? Sometimes you wish you could do that, right? Well, hit the books is nothing but to study very hard. So it's an expression telling someone to stop goofing around, stop playing around, and study hard. So you can tell someone like, look, tomorrow is your final examination. Stop goofing around and hit the books, which means start studying very hard. It's an expression to tell someone that stop everything, study hard. The next one is going by the book. Okay, going by the book actually means to follow the exact rules and procedures. So there are some people, when driving, they go by the book. They go by the actual driving rules. They stop at a red light, they go a little fast, they go a little slow when there is a yellow light. But people like me don't like to go by the book because we do not follow the rules and the procedures. So going by the book basically means to follow the exact rule up to the exact detail. Okay, and our next expression is book a flight. Well, booking a flight or maybe a hotel room is nothing but reserve a flight or a hotel room, because when you reserve or book a flight or a hotel room in advance, then you are sure of getting the service as opposed to getting it immediately. Okay, and then we have cook the books. Now, cook the books is a very negative term. It basically is used to talk about creating false data or false information while making the accounts of a company. So this is what some accountants in most big organizations also are guilty of doing. So they kind of tend to, create false data, create false information when where the financial account information is concerned, and that way they end up making more money than what is actually supposed to be the case. So you can say something like, Mr. Wade will never become a successful accountant because he always cooks the books, or Mr. Wade has made a lot of money because he has always cooked the books. Okay, so that's a negative term you used for someone who kind of, does not do very well legally with the financial information. And our next expression is a very common one. It says, don't judge a book by its cover. Well, a book, if it has a nice cover, you kind of think it's very nice, it's very interesting, but don't be that foolish, okay? Judging a book by its cover basically means you don't have to make opinions or make judgments based on someone's appearance or based on someone's looks. So there are people who wear a lot of tattoos, and people think that, oh, this guy's got a lot of tattoos, a lot of piercings, he may be a druggie. But don't judge a book by its cover. Don't think he is a bad person, he's a druggie or an addict just because he has a lot of tattoos. So you don't judge someone based on their looks. Okay, well, that's it from me on this lesson on expressions using the word book. Well, I'll be back with some more lessons. Until then, this is me saying goodbye.